Maqbool Bhat Shahid was born on February 11, 1938 in Tregam, Handwara, a village in Kupwara district of Indian-administered Kashmir. His father, Ghulam Qadir Bhat, was a hard-working man. Maqbool Bhat received his early education from the village primary school and later completed his Bachelor of Arts (BA) from St. Joseph's College, Baramulla. From his school and college days, he actively participated in social and political movements. Noticing his activism, the Christian principal of his college once predicted, "This young man will either achieve something great or be martyred." At the time of his graduation, Kashmir was witnessing severe unrest due to the arrest of Sheikh Abdullah. After passing his BA exams in 1958, Maqbool Bhat and his uncle Abdul Aziz crossed the ceasefire line, now called Line of Control, into Azad Kashmir. Upon their arrival, Pakistani border authorities detained them at Muzaffarabad Fort for interrogation. After his release, Maqbool Bhat moved to Peshawar, where, with the help of Mohabbat Khan, a fellow Kashmiri, he got admission to Peshawar University for a master's degree, MA. Alongside his studies, he worked for a local newspaper and even started a weekly magazine, but due to financial struggles, he had to shut it down. Eventually, he completed MA in Urdu and MA in journalism. In 1961, Maqbool Bhat married Ra Begum, with whom he had two sons, Javed Maqbool and Shaukat Maqbool. Later, in 1965, he married Zakra Begum, a school teacher, and had a daughter from this marriage. During K.H. Khurshid's presidency, Maqbool Bhat actively participated in Azad Kashmir's first municipal elections 1960 under the Basic Democracy System (BD system) and won. In 1965, Maqbool Bhat and his companions founded a political movement called Mahaz-e-Raishumari Plebiscite Front, advocating for Kashmir's self-determination. The first convention of Mahaz-e-Raishumari took place in April 1965 in Sialkot, Pakistan, where Maqbool Bhat was elected as the publicity secretary. After the convention, the leaders of Mahaz went to the Sialkot-Jammu border, Suchetgarh, and took an oath, holding Kashmir's soil in their hands, pledging to fight for its freedom even at the cost of their lives. On August 13, 1965, Maqbool Bhat and Amanullah Khan established an armed wing of Mahaz-e-Raishumari called National Liberation Front (NLF). The goal of the NLF was to train Kashmiri youth and launch a guerrilla struggle against Indian forces in Kashmir. Maqbool Bhat firmly believed freedom is never given, it must be snatched from the oppressors. To launch an armed resistance, Maqbool Bhat and his companions, including Major Amanullah Khan, Subadar Kala Khan, and Aurangzeb Shahid from Gilgit, crossed the Line of Control (LOC) in June 1966 and entered Indian-occupied Kashmir. For 3 months, they worked underground, recruiting and mobilizing Kashmiri youth for the freedom movement. Maqbool Bhat and his companions were captured in a clash with Indian forces, and Aurangzeb was martyred. They were imprisoned in Srinagar Central Jail, charged with treason and inciting rebellion. A Hindu judge of the Kashmir High Court sentenced Maqbool Bhat to death. Upon hearing the sentence, Maqbool Bhat fearlessly addressed the judge, "Judge, the rope to hang Maqbool Bhat has not been made yet." While awaiting execution, Maqbool Bhat planned his escape. On December 9, 1968, he and his two companions, Mir Ahmed and Chaudhary Yassin, dug a tunnel and escaped from Srinagar jail. They crossed the snow-covered mountains and reached Azad Kashmir. Upon arriving in Azad Kashmir, Maqbool Bhat was arrested by Pakistani intelligence agencies who suspected him of being an Indian agent. He was imprisoned at Muzaffarabad Fort, where he was tortured, but he remained steadfast. Eventually, he was released and resumed his struggle for Kashmir's freedom. On January 31, 1971, two Kashmiri youth, Ashraf Qureshi and Hashim Qureshi, hijacked an Indian airplane Ganga and landed it in Lahore. This led to the arrest and torture of Maqbool Bhat and hundreds of Kashmiri freedom fighters in Pakistan. After his release in 1973, he ran for elections in Azad Kashmir's Legislative Assembly 1975, but did not win. In 1976, Maqbool Bhat, along with Riaz Bhat and Hamid Dar, crossed the Low Sea again. This time, he was captured and transferred to Tihar Jail, Delhi, where his previous death sentence was reinstated. On February 6, 1984, Indian diplomat Ravindra Mahatre was kidnapped in London by Kashmiri Liberation Front members. The kidnappers demanded the release of Maqbool Bhat, Riaz Dar, Hamid Bhat, and other Kashmiri prisoners. When India refused, Mahatre was killed after 54 hours. In retaliation, India announced Maqbool Bhat's execution. Despite worldwide protests, on February 11, 1984, Sunday, Maqbool Bhat was hanged in Tihar Jail, Delhi. His final words words before execution were, "My nation will definitely be free one day." India refused to return his body to his family, and he was buried inside Tihar jail. Maqbool Bhat Shaheed holds the highest place in Kashmir's freedom struggle. His sacrifice ignited a new wave of resistance among the youth of Kashmir. Today, the younger generation sees Maqbool Bhat as a hero, a symbol of courage, determination, and sacrifice for Kashmir's freedom.